Welcome to the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. What a beautiful Tuesday evening it is, folks. Joined by Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce. I'm Brian Anderson. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Jordan Clarkson.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
A look at the Pelicans starting group. Zion and Valanciunas in the middle. Jones is the 2 with Ingram at small forward. And it's Daniels in at the point. And for Utah, they've got Jordan Clarkson. John Collins out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's George. And it's Abaji in at the small forward position. Well, Smitty, these teams are both filled with talented young players. What do you think it'll take for them to reach their full potential?
The answer, B.A., patience. It can take a few years to get your footing in this league. These young players just need time to develop individually and as a team.
And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. Now here's George. Collins right side. Pass to Abaji. Clarkson for 3. Rebounded by New Orleans. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
They're looking to make amends for their poor showing against this team last season.
Here's Daniels. George defending. Back to Williamson. Over Markkanen. Drops in the short one.
There is no stopping Zion when he's that close to the basket.
And so it's Utah with it. Well, Smitty, Zion has shown he's a superstar in his short time, but it's all about staying on the floor for him.
So many missed games earlier in his career, B.A. We know Zion is a game-changing force when he's good to go. The league is better off when he's healthy.
Just 4 to shoot. Clarkson. Valanciunas with a rebound.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
Outside Ingram. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Great ball movement by B.I. Spots a wide open teammate and feeds him.
Clarkson against Jones. Clarkson passes to Collins. George outside. Lets the 3 fly. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Markkanen against Williamson. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
With the reputation of a highlight reel dunker, Zion's always ready to put on a show.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Collins. Markkanen outside. Kicks it out to Collins. Oh, it's no good. That would have tied it. Williamson finds Valanciunas. Outside Jones. Valanciunas passes to Ingram. And here's Jones. Back to Ingram. Pass to Daniels.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's the teardrop. And that one's good. 1:52 left in the first quarter. Well, New Orleans hasn't made the playoffs in consecutive years since 2008, 2009.
You know, B.A., that was back in the Chris Paul era. They only reached the postseason twice with Anthony Davis. But in recent years, injuries have prevented them from reaching their potential.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
It's so fun to see Brandon Ingram evolve. He's a true student of the game, and each year he keeps improving.
A different look for Utah. Olenek's checked in for Markkanen. Sexton comes in for Clarkson, and it's Horton Tucker in for George. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Zeller, and the shot's good.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
At the line for one.
And that one misses. And so it's Collins who brings up the ball for Utah. 8-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
They failed to create enough good looks. The ball movement just wasn't quite where it needed to be.
You know, they take one step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise in frustration.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Pass to Hawkins. And 1:01 left in the first quarter of the game. Screen by Zeller. And here's Ingram from the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Outside Horton Tucker. From behind the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
If Taylor Horton Tucker's three-point shot is falling, it will make him truly dangerous.
Here's Hawkins. Checked by Sexton. And that one's good. Ingram.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Utah has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Pass to Olenek. Outside Sexton. Fires for 3. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
Quick attack by Sexton. The defense just wasn't ready for it.
Right side Ingram. With 4 on the clock. That one rolls around and rims out. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And of course, they want to make sure.
The previous play is under review.
This game. We'll see.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Pelicans on top, leading by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you think, guys?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Najee Marshall is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Cody Zeller, and it's Lewis in at the point. Here's Hawkins, still without a bucket, to the paint. It's stolen by Olenek. Here's Sexton. And he banks in the layup.
Just shrugging off the defense, Sexton is determined and locked in on the drive.
You know, when analyzing the game of Colin Sexton, this is a guy who can score from all three levels, Grant.
You know, this is what his team has asked him to do, to be aggressive on offense and to shoot the ball with confidence too, B.A.
Williamson with the bucket.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Sexton passes to Olynyk. Sexton with it. Screen by Olynyk. Sexton finds Olynyk. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Hendricks. Launches it. Zeller with the rebound. New Orleans in the lead. Here's Marshall. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
Now here's Markkanen. Last game out, he had 38 points. Sinks it from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Williamson, no good. For Utah, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. To the middle. Here's Olynyk, and it's Olynyk with a jam.
Quality pass by Sexton, taking full advantage of that opening.
Pass to Lewis. Back to Williamson. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Still very early in the regular season. But, Grant, what's the most important thing coaches are working on at this stage?
You know, at this point, it's all about really just getting your rotation set, finding which guys work best together. You know, you have to figure out how to maximize the talent you have.
Man, Zion Williamson is different. A big man who possesses incredible explosiveness and power.
Now here's George. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Clarkson. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Here's Williamson. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Pass to Hendricks.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Clarkson with the ball. With the teardrop. Jones with the block.
Jones is an energy guy. He can give them a spark at either end.
Here's Williamson. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
And the Jazz call time here. Collins, he's checked in for Utah. Gordon Tucker comes in for Markkanen.
Fans, let's show some love and give a big hand for your dad, Steve.
And there's 1:38 left in the first half. Jones against Clarkson. Collins with a screen on Jones. Clarkson for 3. Hits the trifecta. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Clarkson knows how to navigate the pick and roll. Put him in that set, and he'll make it work.
Some players just have an innate knack for scoring the ball, Grant. Jordan Clarkson, definitely one of them.
Man, absolutely, B.A. That jump shot has to be honored. And because of that, he's able to get inside and create for himself and others. Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Clarkson finds Collins. And he makes it. Collins has got his first 2 points of the night.
On the interior, Collins shows good footwork, knows how to use his body, and knows how to adjust.
Here's Ingram. And another basket for New Orleans.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Now here's Clarkson. Coming off a 22-point game against Phoenix.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
Markkanen's checked in for Horton Tucker.
First team foul. At the line for the Jazz, Jordan Clarkson. One shot.
A veteran in this league, Jordan Clarkson is known as a fantastic scorer. Someone who can fill it up from all 3 levels.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Ingram against Markkanen. Ingram with the ball. Coming off a 31-point game against Sacramento. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Defensively, you don't want to allow Ingram to get cooking from 3. It really opens the rest of his game.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
You know, for New Orleans, they're right where I expected them to be. The effort is there, but their play is inconsistent. Feels like they're still constructing this roster. We'll see what they look like by the end of the year.
And we come back to the game at hand in the first half. Plenty to like for the Pelicans.
We don't get to see this every night. They're passing up good shots for great shots, getting high percentage looks. That's how they've controlled the game.
I just think that they're a more physical team, Shaq. Probably not something that will change in the second half.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. It has been a clinic out there by Zion Williamson.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. George out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then there's John Collins. And it's Abaji in at the 3. That's the group for Utah right now.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
CJ McCollum sometimes gets overlooked, but he said, quote, "I just do my job. It's about team success. I'm going to be more efficient and more consistent. I'm going to make plays, make shots, and try to help us win." Ryan?
He's a great team leader, has a great perspective on his place in the game. Thanks, Allie.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Utah has gotten 6 of 10 3-pointers to drop. Clarkson against Jones. Now here's Clarkson. He's covered closely. Jones with some nice D.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Here's Williamson. And the Pelicans get another bucket right there.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
And Utah calls time here. Not everyone is going to score 20 points a game. And Herb Jones has embraced his role on the defensive side, Smitty.
B.A., some call him the straitjacket because what he does on the defensive end, he's tall and lanky, and he's not easy to shake off.
Here's Markkanen. No points so far. Here's Clarkson. And he goes in for the dunk.
How about Clarkson's vertical, getting him up and high for that slam.
Williamson looking around. The layup misses.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
George passes to Collins. Valanciunas against George. Pass to Clarkson. Over Ingram. And there's Clarkson. That one's good. On the assist by George. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter. New Orleans has gone a perfect 5 for 5 from deep tonight. Outside Jones to the inside. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
This is why Williamson was a former #1 pick, because of how effortlessly he can take over games.
Pass to Clarkson. Buries it down low. Clarkson's got 14.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Outside Ingram. Rebound, Utah.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Pass to Collins. Clarkson outside. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Jordan Clarkson doing a great job of getting ready for that pass, and he made it look easy.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh, Williamson throws it down.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. 1:50 left in the third. And here's George. Clarkson outside, and there's the lob. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's his first.
Smitty, if you could choose one current guy to play alongside, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough question, B.A., but I'm going to go with Steph Curry. I think the reason why is because of the range he shoots it with will give me a lot of room on the other side to get buckets.
That free throw, no good.
What's interesting about John Collins, he plays fast, but he's also measured in his approach.
For the Jazz, Olynyk checked in for Markkanen, and it's Colin Sexton in for Abaji. Now here's Ingram. He's got 18. Pass to Zeller. Here's Daniels. Here's Marshall. And Collins with the big block.
Excellent feel and timing. Collins does a good job of protecting the rim.
Sexton, that's good. Sexton's got 9 points.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
And it has them at a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Here's Sexton. The Pelicans getting their last shot to go. Here's Collins. Got it. Good job in the low post. Give him 8.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Pass to Daniels. Now Ingram. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. Shoots from the elbow. And the Pelicans get another bucket right there.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays, but that's been their preferred way of finding points.
Clarkson outside. Pass to George. 1 second left. And the Jazz tack on 2 more.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. The Pelicans on top, they lead by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Cody Zeller is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Najee Marshall, and it's Lewis in at the 1 spot. Here's Williamson. Oh, Williamson throws it down!
Zion plays with so much power. I love seeing him go strong like this.
Pass to Hendricks. Markkanen outside. Wow! Markkanen leaving his mark inside.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Back to Williamson. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. Abaji's checked in for Utah. And a change for the Pelicans. Daniels is checked in for Marshall. Utah's gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. Gordon Tucker, the pass to Abaji. Zeller with the rebound.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Now here's Markkanen. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by Zeller. Now here's Williamson. Not a lot of room. Zeller with a screen on Sexton. Hawkins, the pass to Zeller. And stolen by Markkanen. Right side, Horton Tucker. Back to Markkanen. Markkanen sets a screen. Clock at 6. Here's Horton Tucker. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Puts up a 3. So confident from range. Markkanen.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Willie Green had some advice for the team over that last break. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. George feels it out a bit. Collins goes in. Count the basket.
Not afraid of the moment. Collins takes pride in making important shots.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
I think the mid-range game has been a go-to option for them in this game. And when it's working like it is for them, I see no reason to make a change.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
The Pelicans have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to Valanciunas. Now here's Ingram. Here's Daniels. Ingram double team. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Utah trailing here.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Clarkson outside. Pass to Markkanen. And he's going for the lob. Stolen by Valanciunas. On the wing, Jones. Down low. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Strong move by Zion. But what else is new, right?
A minute 42 left to play in the fourth quarter. Steps back. Here's Abaji. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Here's Daniels. George defending. Pass to Ingram. An easy 2 on the layup. And it's an 8-point Pelican lead.
A wiry guy with great body control. Ingram can adjust in the face of good defense.
Clarkson against Jones. The 11-footer. Jump shot is good. Clarkson's got 19 points.
No fear from Jordan Clarkson. He found the bottom of the cup.
Here's Daniels. George defending. Here's Ingram. And it's New Orleans with another.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
Utah calls timeout. They're down by 8. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Fans who dance you, dance you.
And Utah has possession. Trailing by 8. Collins with a screen on Jones. Here's Clarkson. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And here are the Pelicans now. Pass to Jones. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Ingram with the ball. 5 on the clock. No good on the 3.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Here's Daniels. And so the Pelicans take the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Zion, this is a team with some outstanding young players with complementary skills. How do you see yourself fitting in?
I think I fit in very well. I think I'm a very versatile player. So you can throw me out there with any group, and I'm going to put up, do something to contribute. And I think we're a very unselfish team, so that plays a big part to it.
And any group would be happy to have you. Thanks, Zion.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Steve Smith, this is Brian Anderson with our 2K Sports crew signing off. Last but not least, here is your New Balance Player of the Game, Brandon Ingram.